Hey guys, Nick Smith here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Sony 70-200 2.8 G master lens. This is a really well constructed lens and one of my favorites focal lengths. I used to have the 70-200 as my dream lens. Before I got into the 85, it was a really versatile lens and I always wanted it. It was on my wish list, and then I kind of stuck with the primes, but I'm actually really excited to test this out again because it was one of my old favorites. Alright, so one thing I'm noticing while I'm shooting with this is I really like the ability to have the 70-200mm focal lengths. It's a lot of fun to be able to just quickly and easily switch between the focal lengths and get some different perspectives on the shot. I can go all the way from half body to a headshot and just like that, which is really great. Another thing I'm noticing so far is these switches are a lot more firm than they were on the 100mm 2.8 STF. You have to put a lot of force to actually move these switches. These are not going to be accidentally bumped while you're in the middle of shooting.
This lens is a full frame lens with an APS-C equivalent of 105mm to 300mm. It has a maximum aperture of f2.8 and a minimum aperture of f22. It has 11 rounded aperture blades to keep your bokeh looking smooth throughout the range. It has 23 elements in 18 groups. Of those 23 elements mentioned previously, 9 of them are special elements, including 1 XA element, 2 aspherical elements, 4 ED elements, and 2 super ED elements. The minimum focus distance comes in at just under a meter with 96 centimeters, with a maximum reproduction ratio of 25% or 1:4 life scale. Some of the other miscellaneous specs include nano AR coating, dual linear and supersonic wave autofocus motors, optical steady shot image stabilization, focus hold buttons, focus range limiter, and dust and moisture resistant construction.
Okay, so we've been shooting for a little while and I totally forgot that we are with a model today. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone your Instagram.
Hi everyone, my name is Lana. My Instagram is SailorLana, and hoping to have a lot of fun today.
Is there any dots in there?
There is.
Like Sailor
There's
dot
a Sailor
Lana?
dot Lana.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay. That's what I thought it was. I wasn't 100% sure, but all right. Awesome, so definitely check her out. She's been awesome today.
I'm trying not to be too awkward.
You're failing.
Thought so.
Okay, so after using this for a little while, the one thing I gotta say is the autofocus on this is impressively fast. The one thing is, it is a little bit heavy of a lens. It's a very large lens, especially compared to the Sony A7R III that I'm shooting on. I actually tried it without the battery grip and I felt like it was too heavy in the front to actually shoot with, so I had to throw my battery grip on. So if you're gonna be using this, I would highly recommend it. It just makes it feel a little more balanced in the hand. Overall though, it's not too much. I mean, it weighs about the same as my 85 that I usually shoot with. It's just because it's a longer lens, it's a little more tippy towards the front. One thing that is really nice is the lens hood has this little switch that you can turn to make sure it doesn't unlock while you're there. But if you look at it, it's a pretty long lens even without the hood. But the hood just makes it look giant compared to usual. But overall, so far, I really like the build quality. It's heavy, it's solid. It's a really nice lens. Like I mentioned earlier, the switches are extremely stable. They rarely get knocked out of place. Overall though, I think it's a really good lens to go with, and I really like the bokeh from it so far, and the autofocus is extremely impressive. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna test the video autofocus and see how it handles this in this kind of situation. So, all right, so first I'm gonna test this at 70mm, then I'm gonna test it about 135, then I'm gonna test it at 200. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at 70. 1 second, and go ahead and walk towards me now. Yep, you're good. Stop right there. Okay, and then turn around and walk away. Perfect. Gorgeous. All right. And now I'm gonna actually go ahead and stop that and change my focal length. I'm gonna have to back up a bit for this. And same thing, I'm gonna want you to walk towards me. Okay, go. And this is gonna be at 135 millimeters. Stop. Okay, turn around. Okay, we're good. So now I'm gonna have to go flip around to the other side of this and do it again, because we're gonna go all the way to 200 millimeters and check out the focus here. So I'm gonna need you back where you were. I'm gonna have to yell now because you're all the way over there. Okay, and go. Sweet, keep coming a little bit closer if you can. No, that's kind of in the way. I just wanted to check. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and head back now. Perfect. Okay, so out of all the lenses I've tested so far, this probably has the most accurate autofocus in video. It was really good at keeping track of her when I had it in wide and in continuous AF. When I had single point, it was a little bit more slow to focus, had a bit more hunting issues, but wide and continuous, it's so good and so fast. I'm actually really impressed with this. All right, so real quick, we're gonna test the eye autofocus on this. I did a little bit while I was just shooting, and it's actually really impressive, but I wanna show on the back of the camera for you guys. Okay, and let's go ahead and have you get your shot, frame it up. Like right now, it's just tracking her face, but ready? Let me know. Okay, go ahead and walk towards me, and then just like lean side to side. It is tracking really well. And this is at 70. It kind of went off a little bit, but I just repressed it, and now we're locked in again. And you're a little too close, so it's missing focus. There we go, perfect. And now go ahead and go back, and I'm gonna actually test it at a different focal length. So just to check, I'm gonna go to 200 now and see how well it tracks. Okay, go ahead and walk towards me now. Really keeping good focus here. Just nailing, very sticky on the eyes. It's perfect. Holy crap, that's close. You're like 90% of the frame right now. It's awesome. All right, go ahead and head back now. And when it's off of autofocus, we switch to the phase detect, and it does a really great job keeping up. All right, thank you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Feel free to share this on any social media you see fit. As long as my work is being shared, I'm happy. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time.